Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Kerbal Space Program. We are joined on a beautiful Kerbal sunny day. What we're going to do today in this episode is actually land on Minmus. That's right, we're going to put boots on the ground, if you will. And the last episode, after we finished with the R&D, or after we finished with the science, we came back and this time we got this science thing, and that is for the solar panels. And then we also got this as well, which gives us the kind of the pre-made ladder thing. It also gives us another thing for science, so that's fun. So let's go into the VAB and create our ship. Alright, so here we are inside of the VAB. I've already built out the ship a little bit. We're just going to make a couple changes here. Just going to drop this legs just a tad bit. Alright, so as you can see, we built this ladder to come down. We added some solar panels. We added some batteries to keep that solar energy. We changed the legs up here a little bit. I think we're actually going to take this guy off. These legs bother me. Right there. I think we're actually just going to go double on these guys and put that on the side of our capsule again. So we have two sets of landing legs. This is what's actually going to be coming home with us, this stuff up here. This will be what is landing on Minmus. We can get down on the ladder. We have the new science equipment back here. And I think that is it. But the same asparagus staging that we did last time is still present. So I think with that, let's go ahead and do the launch. Make sure everything is good. Alright, let's head out to the launch pad. Alright, here we are out on the launch pad. As you can see, we have Jebediah with us again. I guess we're taking him off a timeout. Even though Bill did do a pretty good job for us in the last mission, we're going to go ahead and give Jebediah another turn. Okay, so we're going to cut out a lot of this launch just because it would be repetitive, but I will bring you in for the important stuff. And so I think with that, we're going to go ahead and launch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. Good launch, successful. We've cleared the tower. We're just going to burn straight up. We forgot to turn on the auto steering. We're going to burn straight up, and I will bring you back at the booster when we lose the boosters. Alright, we're about ready to lose our boosters. We're going to go ahead and go full throttle on our engines. And let's get rid of those boosters. Alright, I'll bring you back at the next stage. Alright, we're about ready to lose our next stage here. As you can see, we have pitched over. There's those. Alright, and we'll see you at the next stage. Alright, we are about ready to lose our next stage here. We are getting... There we are, we've reached our point for our Apoapus. Go ahead and do our maneuver. Oh, 8 and 25. Oof. 88 and 43. 72 and 96. 76, 101. Good enough. Alright. So we are almost done with our fuel here on this next stage. Alright, we're just going to take a look at what we got. We're still doing pretty good on our electrical charge. Alright, so we have a 35-second burn. Seems a little low, but I think we're going to trust it. We will go ahead and do our burn here in just a second. 35, take it up to 20, or take it up to 40, excuse me, divided by 2 takes us down to 20. So I think what we're going to do is probably burn about, let's go 22. Go ahead and go now. There's our stage. See, I thought so. Now it's saying it's a minute and 10 seconds for our burn. So let's see what it does for us. I'll bring you back when we get capture. Alright, we're about ready to get our orbit there. Our screen. And we're going to cut right about now. See what we got. 84 on that side. 138, good enough for our purpose, I think. There's our piece of our stage right there. So it's going to come down. Alright. So now, let us find Minmus. There you are. Let's set his target. So we're off 6.2 degrees. So we're going to do a maneuver. Always choose the wrong way. 1.5. Oops. 0.5. 0.4. 0.3. 0.3. Alright, we're going to leave it at that. So we have a new maneuver node. We're going to go ahead and move up there. We have about 9 minutes till we hit that node. So I'll bring you back when we're about ready. Alright, so we have about 11-second burn, so we're going to take that about 6. We are all set up. We are facing the right direction. Shouldn't be too difficult. Alright, let's go ahead and go. This, of course, if you remember right, is changing our plane. So there we go. See how we did. 0.2, even better. Alright, so now let's just figure out our maneuver out to Minmus. And again, this is going to be just like when we went out to the moon. It's going to kind of, well, we've already done a flyby for Minmus, so it's going to be exactly like that. Oops. Really close right there. Well, there's your capture. Let's go with that. Alright, so we have about 15 minutes to wait. I'll go ahead and bring you back when we're about ready. Alright, so we're going to go about 20 seconds here. We got 32 seconds left to go. We are all lined up, ready to make our burn to head out to the little tiny asteroid, or to the little tiny planet. And we're going to go about now. Now, the good thing about Minmus, if you've never landed on either the moon or Minmus, The good thing about Minmus is it's a lot easier to land than it is at the moon, even though the moon is easier to get to. So if you do a little more studying on getting out to Minmus, it's a lot easier to land, and you can refine your techniques and able to use it for when you go to the moon. Because the Minmus is so small, because it's so tiny, it has very little gravity, so it's a lot more forgiving for landing. So that's what I suggest. If you haven't landed on either body, I would take a trip out to Minmus first. That way, you can refine your technique. Of course, that's just my opinion. Oh, it looks like we just ran out of fuel. Head back over here to our big screen. Go ahead and get rid of that. So back out there. And there's our capture. Kind of. Yeah, that's our capture. All right. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and cut out, and I will bring you back when we are, or when we've hit Minmus. I was fast forwarding to our encounter, and it looks like, actually, now that I look at it, I think we're missing our encounter now. Anyways, so it looks like we're gonna come out here, and then we get a kind of an encounter over here by the moon, and then we would slingshot around the planet and take off towards who knows where. That's what our maneuvers, that's what our trajectory is showing us. I think we just have to fix our alignment here just a bit. Oh yeah, just a little tiny bit. There it goes. All right. All right. So I'll bring you back when we're there. All right. So there's our capture. We are just going to go over here to the periapsis, which is the closest that we get to the planet, and we're going to do a retro burn here. Retro burn is burning backwards, so we will burn retro until we get an orbit around the planet, which there it is. We're going to bring the new periapsis, which is right here. We're going to bring that down fairly close. We'll say 74 maybe? No, so get a little closer. 50. It's way too close. 103. So I think we're going to stick probably around 70, 60. So that's pretty good. So we're going to burn at the periapsis, which is right here. We're going to get into a circular orbit. We will then move to our new periapsis, and we will bring the apoapsis down back into a more circular orbit. So that's the plan. Now that we have our capture, we have about an hour and 17 minutes to wait. So I will cut out now, and I will bring you back when we're there. All right, so we are going to burn at about 11 seconds. Again, we're firing backwards, so it slows us down. That allows us to get our orbit around the planet. With that, I think it's time to go. So we're burning now. And there's our orbit. We're going to go about there. 68. All right. So there, now that we're here, we're going to circle around. We're going to come over here to the new periapsis, and then we will bring this down to a really close orbit. So I'll bring you back then. All right, we are almost at our periapsis, and then we will go ahead and do our burn to circularize our orbit. And then I think we're going to pick a landing spot. So here we go. Bringing our orbit down, bringing our apoapsis down. Almost there. And cut. Alright. So there's our orbit. Okay, we got our landing spot. We're going to try for this flat area. We will probably come down like right around in here somewhere. So we have a 4-second burn, so we will go in about a minute, a little less than that. So hopefully this will work out. I have a pretty good confidence. I've landed on Minmus before. Like I said, it's not too terribly difficult because of how little gravity there is. It's very forgiving. Not like the moon. The moon is a little bit more harder to land on. Of course, we can't use our parachutes because there is no atmosphere. So, all right, we are about ready there. We're going to go ahead and fire up the engine. We lost our maneuver node, so we're going to have to go in by eye. There we go. I think that is good. So, how this works, if you've never landed before, here's our little spaceship. Here's the planet. You just point backwards, which is retrograde, and when you get in close, you just want to arrest your momentum. Here's what our surface speed is, so 51.6. You want to be very, very small, or very, very low, very, very slow. But we'll do that here in just a second. Just kind of want to make sure you stay there. I usually like to turn around so my my blue is on top. There we go. So let's fast forward here a little bit. As we get closer to the planet, we're going to be picking up speed. So you can see we're going 76 now. Already doubled what we were doing, or just about doubled. Now, since our altimeter up there shows that we're 17,000 meters above the surface, that's at sea level, but we don't know where sea level is on this planet, so it's kind of a misnomer. We can't just start burning hard at zero. You don't know where zero is on here, so there is a way. If you go inside the capsule it will kind of tell us there's an actual radar in there. I don't like to fly from in there though, so we're going to go ahead and put out our landing legs. So we're going to go ahead and light up the engine here just a second, just to burn off, just to get rid of some of this speed. And while we're doing this, you just want to make sure that you stay on your retrograde node. That way it also gets rid of your horizontal speed as well. So there we go. We got rid of most of our speed. Coming down a little bit farther. So since we don't have an actual altimeter to go off of, what we do is we look for our shadow. And we should be seeing it here, I don't know, another 2,000 meters probably. When we get closer to the ground, we'll see it. That kind of tells us how high up we are. Alright, we're going to want to do another burn here in just a second, just to get rid of this last bit of speed. So you ultimately want to be facing straight up and down, which will be this little dot right here. So we're still going to kind of look around for our shadow. Still don't see it. There we go. We are pretty much facing up and down now. Oh, no, not yet. Almost. There's our shadow right there. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of the rest of our speed here. So we're still coming down kind of fast. Just want to make sure all that speed is gone by the time you get near the planet. We got a very, very slow burn going. We're going about 8 meters per second, falling fast. Here comes our shadow, though, coming up to meet us. Stay on that retrograde node, though. That way it arrests any sideways momentum. Going about 5 meters per second, slowing down still. We're going to cut back just a little bit more. Going about 3 meters per second now. Kind of hanging tight right there. Stay on that retrograde node, that way we don't get any sideways momentum. There we go. We're getting very close now. And I think we're going to cut our engines here very quickly. And now. Touchdown. Touchdown, we are on the planet. Congratulations, everyone. We are on the planet of Minmus. Alright, and with that, I think we're going to go ahead and get out and do some science. But that will all be in the next episode. I think we're going to go ahead and cut it here. So that's going to wrap it up for this episode. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. If you want to follow along with the rest of the series, please subscribe. And to join in that conversation, please leave a comment below. Of course, my name is Rob, and you're watching the Robear Nation.